Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, and welcome to Something Building. I'm Jason Stewart.
And I'm Beth Elliott. And I'm looking at you like you have lost your ever-loving mind. What on earth was that?
That is awesome. That was my intro. Welcome to Something Building.
Dude, that wanted to put me to sleep.
Oh, my goodness. Really?
Yes.
Oh, that was not that bad.
Oh, God.
But anyway, welcome to the show. We're called Something Building. We're an information, educational show on business. And we are just doing a show to try to help small businesses expand and start up. And oh, wait a minute, we have a caller here.
That would be our special guest.
Okay. Oh, he's holding. There we go.
You put him on hold?
Well, yeah, I can't get him. It says hold time 50 seconds. There we go. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Jason? Hey, Beth.
I'm doing good.
Hey, Glenn. Everybody, this is Glenn Collier, who is my fabulous computer guy who I brag about every single week. The man knows exactly what he is doing every single time. And anything that I need that I don't even know that I need regarding taking my business further, this is the man I go to. This is the one who always does it right.
Good deal.
Okay, well, after that intro, I guess I'm done.
Well, tell us what you do.
Well, currently I build websites, consult with clients, customers, people in need. It ranges anywhere from Baptist medical systems to big hospitals to even small businesses. Doing direct mail, or I've consulted with airlines before. Matter of fact, recently, yesterday, I was consulting with an airline. It goes from, hey, I don't know how to do this. This isn't working. Help me out. I look back into the code of it and work with them and kind of teach them or show them what they're doing wrong, or they incorporate my business expertise into theirs by hiring me to build their website. A lot of people can go to companies like One-on-One or DreamHost or whatever. They have this, what they call site builders.
Right.
And they can build their website. It's very, very limited. But to get something up and running very quickly, it's absolutely perfect. Those are very simple websites, but they're extremely limited, very small space, very, very limited on their functionality. What I do is I take that a step further, and I basically make your site come alive.
Right.
You need more functionality of it. You need it to grow with you, grow with the company. So there's a novice level, which is really the site builder piece of it, where I can make it work. I can build my own site and save money, and that's great. But if you're serious about making some money and marketing your business and moving in that direction, what I do is I take that out of the picture and build a custom website, not using a site builder or templates, but I build a custom website and I tailor it to your business and to your needs. So if a website needs your personality engraved into it, that's what me and my business does, is that we look at your personality, we learn about you, and we work with you, not just one time, but literally weekly, daily, or in best case, even hourly.
Right.
to help the business grow. We essentially become more or less a silent partner in that sense, without nothing but time investment towards your business. So we Kohler Cyber Cafe has kind of taken it on a different level. A lot of people nowadays, they can go to all kinds of different companies to get your website built, but they don't give the kind of level of service that the cafe likes to give.
Right.
We're a virtual cafe currently, and just mainly because we have more than one service that we provide, and website building is one of them. We do website hosting as well. We keep everything very standard, very low cut and low key, because we know that our level of service is going to come through, not only in the short term, but as well as the long run. We've got customers that's been with us literally over 10 years now, and they're completely happy and do not want to move from our service because they know that they can pick up the phone and they can call us or email us at any time, and we're going to answer their question, and we're going to be honest about it and give them a fair price, if the price at all. First 15 minutes is free. If we can't answer it in 15 minutes, I can tell you that either I can figure it out, but I'm going to need more time, which obviously there's a cost involved. If I can figure it out, I'll go ahead and answer it to you. What's 15 minutes of my life to help you grow your business so you can stay a customer with me for a long run? So we kind of keep that as a kind of a background pocket piece of it, where just, some people give away coupons, some people give away little simple advertisements. Hey, if you sign up for us, we'll give you this gift, or our gift to you as a customer is 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes can go a really, really long way, because every customer's like, man, if I call them, I'm going to be charged. Well, now they don't have to worry about if they call them, they're going to be charged. They can call me, and I can determine what the issue is. It's kind of like a free consulting, and you can get a lot done in 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot done. Oh,
well,
yeah.
Tell me what, if someone contacts you, a small, business owner contacts you and they do not have a website, tell me where you start.
Well, first off, I'll start off with their business concept. We take the website and we build it off the business, not the other way around. You don't build a business off a website, you build the website off the business. Again, because a website is a marketing tool. It's a resource. If you go back before websites were built, before they became all live and stuff, what did you do? You did the guerrilla marketing. Well, what's the first rule of guerrilla marketing? Guerrilla marketing is you go into Microsoft Word and you type up something, you put your images in it, and you make it pretty, the paraphernalia is pretty decent to where you can take it and you can fold it up or put it on bulletin boards throughout the town. Well, now we've taken that same concept and now we've made a website of it. You put it up on the internet, and essentially it's a flyer.
Right.
But you just have multiple pages of the flyer that's interactive and dynamic. So why should we change the whole concept of the website going to the business opposed to the other way around when it's worked like that for years? So I sit down and talk to the customer, ask them about their business, what do they do, what their target market is, what is their geographical location currently, and what target are they targeting 18 to 35-year-olds, or what type of business is it, what kind of products are they selling. I don't want to know all the legal details or anything like that. What I'm looking for is an advertising marketing ploy that we can use to integrate into the site and build off the site. Then we start looking at stuff like, okay, do you have a logo?
Right.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
A lot of times the customer says, well, yeah, I've got a logo. Here it is. Like Coca-Cola. They have a script logo. All it is a name scripted a certain way, and they market it, branded it. A logo can be anything. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Mine, for example, is our family crest. It was eye-catching, easy to not easy to build, but it's eye-catching and it's easy to market because no one in the world is going to have this family crest except for us. So
right.
It's easier to trademark. So not too concerned about that. But some companies don't want that. Some people just want 5 stars. Other people want a shiny globe with a black tint. It just depends on the customer. So sitting down and interviewing the customer, 9 times out of 10, we will physically sit down face to face with you and discuss your needs, what your desires are for the site, how your company will integrate into the site, and how your site will depict a window to your company. That includes color schemes, your logo, which we do logo design. If you already have one and we need to redesign it, there is a charge for it, but we do a redesign for it. And then if that, once we get that piece of it, we build a custom template that is specific to your company. And then the content literally has to come from you guys. You guys being like the customer.
Right.
You got to about us or contact us information. Where are you located so we can set up a Google map, pinpoint so it'll map to it. We also support the Google Analytics. We try to push things through, marketing in the sense of Google AdWords and AdSense. We submit stuff through SEO submissions as well, which there's a small charge for that per month, but it's primarily because we do. Normally, SEO submissions are literally into the hundreds of dollars per month or more. We only do like $20 a month because what we do is we submit it to Google and then we submit it to a back-end search engine, and that back-end search engine populates all the others because Google has a 98% statistical rating for usage. So because of that, Google's like the first thing that everybody goes to.
Right.
So by doing that, it drops our cost down for the consumer, so they can actually afford a Google submission or some type of search engine submission, and then Google takes care of everything else.
Okay.
But we go through all that discussion with them during the interview. Kind of lay things out to them and let them know how things are how things are built in that sense.
Right. So you not only build a site, but you help them promote it.
Absolutely.
And get people to visit.
Right. Not only help them promote it, but I help them I give them guidance on what kind of educating them the best I can, and then letting them know that out of this education that I'm providing you, whether I can provide it or not, you need to make an educational decision for your business because I want you to succeed whether you use me as a service or not. So here are my services that I provide. Based on the education that you have received, you can choose me and the services that I have, and I will guide and help you as I go. Or you can not choose me and go somewhere else. That's fine, as long as you do what you need to do to make your business succeed.
Right.
And I help them getting resources and pointing them in the right directions. Now, some people want to go more, they want to get 1 million hits in the first month. Well, that's just not going to happen. You might get it in the third or fourth month, but they want to get 1 million hits. So they're going to go to some company that says, for $1,200 a month, we can do your search engine submissions.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do does work, but they don't get a million hits.
Right.
So
they're
then they turn around crawling back to me and say, well, I spent all this money and I did get out there, but it's not doing what I want to do. And I try to explain to them, the way Google works, you don't dump dump the bucket into the garden thinking that you're going to water the entire garden.
Exactly.
You have to sprinkle each flower for every flower to get a little bit of water. And when you get to the end of the garden, you still have a little bit of water left. And that's the idea of keeping it watered and nurtured and wet the entire time. And that's what we do with our SEO submissions. We keep the search engine submitted with a low price in order to kind of keep the wet waters in the garden, opposed to dumping a bucket of water on there and soaking rain, which can work, but it's a lot more money. And a lot of customers really like that better than just big, just gigantic bucket. And yes, we do work with keyword submissions. We work with the meta tags and stuff, and we keyword each page to tailor it so when Google actually spiders the site, your customers, the people that you want to buy, and that's the key point, is that it can't be just anybody. You don't want a 20-year-old out there searching for, a pair of socks or roller shoes or whatever to pull something up about publishing or pull something up about direct mail or something like that, because that's not someone that's going to buy something, a product for you. You want someone that's actually searching for you, so they're going to come out and they're going to be looking for direct mail. They're going to be looking for, an airline quote or whatever, and those keywords are going to be embedded into your site, and the search engine's going to pick that stuff up and thus pull your site up on the page. And again, knowing how to do that, understanding that concept, and then implementing a development of it is the key point of marketing the site properly for a low price.
Right, because, there's a lot of companies that'll build you a website and then it stops there.
That's right.
You just have a website, but you have to get people there. And it's all about, marketing keywords, like you're saying.
That's right, yeah. It's like a 911 address. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but, if you want to send me a letter, you got to have an address, right? Well, that's fine. You got an address.
Right.
Well, if an emergency happens, if you don't tell the emergency group that where your address is, how are people going to find you? If you don't put your address in the yellow pages, then there's no way to look it up. So,
true.
Exact same concept, just in the virtual world.
Right. Well, that's very good. Very interesting. How, because, I have a lot of friends that say, I can build a website, no problem, I can build it, and they build a website and they don't get any traffic at all. They say, if you build it, they will come, but it's not like that in websites.
No, it's not.
No, you have to
build it. You build it and they will come if you give them the website to go to.
Right, you have to give them something to go to.
That's right. I had one customer come to me. He's like, he's an old redneck, and he was like, I just want a website. I can do that. I don't want anything extravagant. I sell the stuff to teachers. I want to put this stuff on the website, but I don't want. He said, I want it all on there. I said, okay. I said, well, how much is this? I think he was selling a kitchen equipment or something like that. Pots and pans and things like that. So I said, how much is this pan over here? And this is like a specialized pan. It's like $225. I said, okay. How much do you want to put it on the website for? He said, $425.
Wow.
And I asked him, I said, why do you want the website to price more on an item that you're selling in front? He says, because the website is just a ploy. Someone says, do you have a website so I can shop later? Sure. Convenience fee is what he was looking at. He wants them to buy right now in front of him while he's got the stuff in his hands for cheaper.
Right.
But if they don't have time and they want to go to the website and buy it, well, that's fine. But they're going to pay a fairly large difference, and forcing him to either, number one, set up an appointment to come back, or number two, making more money when they buy it off the website.
Okay. Wow.
I said, do you want SEO submissions? Do you want to push anything through Google? He said, absolutely not. He's like, I'll push it through my business card. He knew exactly what he wanted, how he wanted it set up, and why.
Okay.
So it was I kid you not, it was a 10-minute interview with him, and it was a 45-minute setup on the website. That was it.
And that's all he wanted.
Yep. And because of the way he designed it, because again, it was guerrilla marketing the website through business cards only and word of mouth, increasing the price of his product on the website, forcing the customer in front of him to actually purchase because the website was more expensive, increased his sales by 17%.
Wow. I've never heard of that.
It's called aggressive guerrilla marketing. So I heard about it when I took my business courses because I've got a business degree.
Right.
And I didn't do a report on it. I was reading about it. I was like, I don't see how that would work. But in all my years in business, over 10 years I've been in business, I have never in my life seen that actually work until I met him.
Until now.
And I guess that's, wow, okay. That was impressive. So I wanted to, I was speechless. I told him, I said, okay, I'll just chalk that one up for the board because I was just impressed that the right person had it and he had it down pat. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm not that it would work for me, but if it works for him,
exactly.
I know it definitely would not work for me.
No,
it wouldn't.
You never know.
No, I'm all ebooks, audiobooks, all that. I am not going, shop to shop.
You're all online, aren't you?
Yes, I am all online, and like I said, Glenn's the one that makes sure that I can be worldwide.
That's right.
That's awesome. Let me think of some. So, when you're building a site, what's the most important information that has to go on the website?
The most important, what I tell customers is, you have to have a landing page to advertise. Again, what I call a landing page. If you really think about it, it's essentially your flyer. First page you go to is your home page.
Your home page, right?
Right. So your landing page or your home page needs to have information about what you're selling, what you're doing, who you are, specials, etc., all on your home page, but not be so busy that they just want to click off. Because it's going to get the most hits. Let's say, let's pick something low. Let's say a website has 500 hits a month. Okay? Mm-hmm. Well, if it's 500 hits a month, out of the 500, 400 of it is going to be the homepage. If the homepage doesn't have the right content on it to suck them into the site, then you're not going to get a lot of other stuff. But those 100 hits that are not the homepage are the 100 people that said, this product may be something interesting to read about. Let me click on this other one, or this link, or that link, or contact us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have 500 hits a month and 100 of them are contact us, then that, to me, is a successful website. Because that's 100 new customers that you just brought in the door for that month.
Right.
And you spent, $10 a month for the website?
Right.
And you make, let's pick a number, say $100 a customer, I think it paid for itself at that point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you balance that out. So you're talking about the homepage, about us, contact us, and at least what in the world do you serve? What is your services or products? That's 4 basic components. What do you sell? Who are you? Where are you at? And what's your promotions?
And how to contact you.
Yeah. Where are you is the contact us.
Yeah,
contact us. Telephone number, address, Google Maps, and a form. and that's extremely. And we take that, and we take the form, as simple as it is, pretty critical. We don't share information on the form in the sense of an email address. We don't like doing that unless the customer says so. We don't like putting the email address underneath the code where you can see it. All of it's under a secure contact form, so that way when, spammers and scammers and stuff like that can't, tap into the public files of your website like they do now and pull an email address out of it so they can turn around and send you ads stuff in the future. So we try to keep that hidden in the background so that does not happen and cuts down on your spam from the website. But yeah, contact form can be a lot of information on it in the sense of where are you located, how many locations do you have, how do you contact those people, and we don't like to do a contact form per location. For example, I've got an eye care company that actually is one of our customers, New Horizons Eye Care, and they have 2 locations right now. And inside those 2 locations, their first initial website had 2 different contact forms. So I took those contact forms and I combined them and created a drop down to choose your location. And each location sends out an email to that location piece, as well as the site managers. So that way, when you want to place an order, you have a single contact form with single information, which is identical to each site, and you just choose what site that you want that to go to. And then they absolutely love it. It's cleaner, it's more precise, it's a lot more neat than what it was used to be. So just kind of using that as an example, and of course also on the contact us page, it shows the address and a link that says, "Hey, get directions to us." All that's impacted, in there, as well. And we run Google Analytics automatically on the sites, in order to get an idea of your traffic flow and what site, what page gets hit the most, what links are being clicked the most. We analyze each site, and that's part of, even though we're hosting your site, if you pay the $20 a month for the SEO submissions, you get the Google Analytics and dashboard. We take that, and then if you ever want to know how your site is doing, we can kick off a report and say, here's your last year's worth of site info. But primarily it's for us, because for that $20, we are actively submitting your site. And my brother and anybody else part of the company is actively looking at your site, well, at least once or twice a week to make sure that you're being submitted properly. We tailor the keywords as we need to. We check the analytic reports and find out, okay, this site over here is not being touched very much, and we kind of need to up that a little bit because during our interview, this site or this page over here had some good content on it and some good information. So we need to look at that a little bit more to see if we can get some more feedback, from the clicks. This site over here is getting some more clicks, so we need to up this a little bit. So we manage it and dynamically change it as we flow per month if it's needed. And that's what the $20 pays for, is basically an IT company coming in and working your site for $20 a month.
Okay, is this like a third party service that you offer, or is it something
No, it's not third party.
Okay, so then you control yourself.
Yeah, we control it. That's why the cost is down, because we're doing it internally.
Oh, okay. Do you know if there's a third party that offers that service?
There's a lot of third parties out there, but they're into the hundreds of dollars per month.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, we're certified and trained as Google experts. So because we can do that, thus we can drop the cost. I would rather have quantity and quality out of that, opposed to just, again, dumping the bucket into the garden.
Right.
I could essentially charge $200 a month if I wanted to, and I'd still be cheaper than everybody else in the market. But honestly, it doesn't take but maybe 15 minutes per website, at least 15 minutes per website. And in all fairness to the customer, 15 minutes of my time is about $20.
Okay. Well, I think that's cheap. Well.
Yeah. I charge by the hour. So if it takes me 15 minutes to work on your website, why should you spend $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a month for 15 minutes worth of work?
Oh, I totally agree.
So,
100%
and
on
that, hush, Beth. So, this, but by doing that, it creates a comfort zone to the customer, knowing that I seriously thought about what I do and how I treat my customers with respect and with honesty and with professionalism. And they, in turn, return that favor back to me with referrals, with, again, respect, not only for me, but as well as my family and my business, and loyalty. And because of that, that builds my business. And because of that, it sustains my business. And I don't have to worry about all the ins and outs of, okay, is this customer going to leave because I'm, price gouging them for X amount of dollars?
Mm-hmm.
The price is what it is because that's what we charge. And we keep it very simple, very standard, keeps our accounting down, keeps our overhead down, and allows our services to stay on a very simple level. And our model is very simple, and thus that provides the ability, kind of the benefit back to the customer in that sense, because of the way we thought it out.
Okay.
Not everybody's like that. And I think as a business owner, creating your business plan, creating your model of how you're going to set the business up, and building the model of how to gain customers, and then treat those customers in a moral and ethical standpoint, creating that background is going to be extremely critical to your success. You think it may not be, but it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's you can't take a customer, milk them for everything you got, and not be kind to them, because they're going to leave. They'll be more than happy to pay you, but if they leave, then you lost that money.
Right.
And if they leave and you lost that money, then your business no longer has a value. And if it no longer has a value, then what's the purpose in it? You have to create value in your business, so you have to create the recurring customers.
Right. Without that, you won't have any business at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, tell me what the average cost is to build a website.
We have a standard fee. I've seen some designers, out on the website charge $50 a page. I've seen them $85 a page. I've seen them up to, I kid you not, $500 to $1,000 a page.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
And they're horrendous. I charge $125 a page.
Okay, well that's not bad.
Now, no, it's not bad. And the reason I charge $125 a page is because anything that you put on that page, anything at all, doesn't matter. Still $125 a page.
Okay.
Images, flash, forms, I don't care. It's $125 a page. Now, if you just put a paragraph, I'm sorry, but it's $125 a page.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
but if you create a page that is, you got to scroll for 5 minutes, it's still $125 a page. And I do that because it's the standard price. And in the industry, people charge per image, per flash, per form, and per page.
They do.
So you make, they create a page. So there's X amount of dollars, however much they charge, like $50 or whatever. Well, then I need to put a picture up there. Okay, well that's going to be, $15. Well, I need to put a form over here to capture an email address. All right, that's another $15. And you're just using some numbers. Well, before you know it, and you actually build this page and you get it the way you want it, you spent over $125.
Oh yeah.
So I keep it more in the unlimited realm, where it's $125 a page. It doesn't take us long to create a page. We can toss one up, tell us how you want it, we program it the way you want it. You're done.
Okay.
And you don't have, there's no nickel and diming or nothing like that. And I think it's easier for the customer and easier for us.
Oh yeah, because it would be a lot easier than having to charge $20 for this, $100 for this, $50.
Exactly right.
You know, it kind of standardizes it and makes it just a lot easier.
Oh yeah. So you figure, say a 5-page site. The average site is about $625. You're talking about roughly about a 5-page site. They do the tip for Pearson Foursome. They do the homepage, contact us, about us, and services page, and then a lot of times on the 5th page they'll do what they call a promotion page or an ad page.
Okay.
And that promotions page is like something that cycles on a monthly basis, and sometimes they may do a second contact form, for example, where the contact form is doing, all right, here's how to contact us, but this other one is, I need a quote. So we'll create a quote form, which is very, very specific. So the fifth page is always dynamic, but the first 4 are always critical.
Right.
I've had customers say, I only need 2. I only need 2 pages. Are you sure? Yeah, I only need 2. And they're great. The contact form into the home page, which is kind of tacky, but hey, it's their site.
Right. I've seen a lot of one-page sites.
Yeah.
Where you just click the contact us and it opens an email.
Right. And that's using what they call a mail to form.
Right.
We kind of web designers frown upon that, as well as even consumers, because what if you're at an internet cafe or you're on a laptop that's not yours?
Right.
You click on a mail.
Or you're at the library.
Yeah, you're at the library. Anything that requires basically a public access terminal. You click on it, it's going to call up the default mail client, which could be Outlook, Outlook Express, or nothing. It could be nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you've just lost a customer because you had to mail to a form that didn't have a client, thus they have no way to actually contact you. And that's why I was going back to the contact form that we create. We do a secure contact form with form fields that the person can fill out on the website, and the website handles all of that for you, including the mail out.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic, because I've seen a lot of pages and sites that have that. Just click it and you send them an email.
Yeah.
And that just don't work all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Not at all. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, Craigslist is actually set up that way. It goes straight to the Microsoft Outlook. I don't use Microsoft Outlook.
Craigslist does that?
Yes.
I thought they had their own form that pops up on there.
Probably if you have an account.
If you have an account, if you have an account, they do. But if you don't have an account, it calls up supposed to call up your default email client.
Right. Well, that's kind of weird that they do that. It's interesting.
It makes it a little bit more difficult to contact the people, regarding what you want to get.
Right, you have to create an account and get it in there. Okay.
Oh, you're talking about that link at the bottom of the ad, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a reply to link is what that is. Even if you're signed in, you still have to use it as a client. Now, one thing though, Gmail, I've noticed that, and you have to set it in the setting. You have to go into the settings to do it, but you can actually set your web interface Gmail, I kid you not, to be your default email client.
Really?
Yes. And it'll save it. Yeah, I discovered that earlier, probably about 3 months ago, where I was on a website and I clicked on a link to go contact us. Mm-hmm. Well, instead of going to a contact us form, it did a mail to. Well, when it pulled up a mail to, it gave me a prompt. Would you like to use your Gmail to compose this email? I was like, yeah, sure. Hit that thing and logged into Gmail, and lo and behold, I was at the compose screen.
I'm going to have to check that out.
I was like, that is sweet.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Which would resolve a lot of stuff. Well, it was probably an update or something like that happened. Because I've never noticed it to do that before.
Wow. Good deal. So tell us how people can contact you.
Well, you can probably the best way to do it would be just to go to our website. You can go to KoehlerCyberCafe.com. That's KoehlerCyberCafe.com.
Okay.
There's a contact us form there. It's got some specific questions about, in general, if you just want to contact us for a consult, or if you actually are interested in a website. I do have prices on our website, but you have to be a registered user in order to see those prices. You're more than welcome to sign up. You can sign up for free to see it, and we do it for marketing purposes primarily. Whereas if you want us to contact you in the future, then just go to the contact us form. But if you want to see the prices, you'd have to log in and do it. And then if there's a special or something like that comes up in the future, then we can we'll use the email list to send out a newsletter or a special ad or whatnot.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get Beth to put your link on our Facebook page.
I'm already working on it now.
Working on it now? Okay. And, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/somethingbuilding, and like us.
See all of our secret businesses.
That's right.
That's right. So is there anything else, that, you would like to add about site building?
I think the thing that I would want to add more so than anything else is be extremely cautious about stepping into building a website without consulting a professional first.
Okay.
There's a lot of professionals out there that will sit down and discuss a website with you at absolutely no cost whatsoever. I'm one of them. Okay. It doesn't hurt to just ask, because you never know. The price may be willing, or you may be willing. The price may not be where you need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of companies that require all the money up front. Our company will work with you on your cost. I've got customers that are paying their website off monthly. I've got some people that cut the check right up front. So it just, everything's tailored to you and your needs. Site build, the finances, all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, just sit down and talk. It makes it a whole lot easier on you, less stress. Nowadays third party is what everybody's going for. Everybody wants to bring in a third party to do something. So my suggestion to you and to the consumers, sit down with a professional website designer and consult with him. Find out what he charges, what his view is it, because they view it differently than you. They view it on an outside view with a custom design brain, and their brain is looking at it differently than you. So it's kind of like having your own personal consultant right there at no cost for just a short amount of time. Buy them a drink, give them coffee, anything just to, hey, let's go do lunch or something like that. Us designers, we love that. So just something simple like that, and just pick their brains a little bit. And then if you like the person, you like what they charge, you like their ideas, you can make a choice either at that time or later if you want to hire them. But always, before you build a site, sit down and talk about it, because they're going to see something that you're not, right. And that very well may be a make it or break it situation for you in the future.
Oh yeah, because if the site is not built right, then it's kind of worthless to you.
That's right.
Right. Because I have a lot of friends that own small businesses, and they've built their own sites, and they're not even worth going to.
That's the way mine used to be. Honest to God.
So I'm not saying all of them are that way, because some of them are built very well. They really did their research and built it really great. But some of them have no clue. And the links don't work. It's just little small stuff, but it makes a big difference.
That goes back to what I said before. You you really need to know where to send stuff off to. You cannot handle everything. You've got to know that what you do not know how to do, it needs to go off to someone else.
A professional that knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Not somebody that's going to catch you. That's why I highly recommend Glenn. Anybody that has website trouble,
Right.
I highly recommend him because he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He's going to be a professional about it, and he's going to help. He's going to help you because you are the main one that's going to help him get more business.
Right. So
That's right.
the thing that you do is do like websites and design logos and tell me what else you do.
Well, I also do IT consulting. I do kind of a benefit package to the customer too. Is I've got over 20 years of experience in IT. I've been a level 3 and a level 5 technician for several companies, worked for IBM, things like that, and just had a really good diverse background. Well, in building websites, obviously you don't get to practice that background very often, but it's also a waste of talent. So I tell my customers that, look, if you've got an IT problem, I'm still here.
Okay.
Just give me a call. Yeah, there is a charge, but you're not going to go bankrupt with my charges. Let's talk about what's going on with it. Let me give you my suggestions, and again, it goes with that trust. As you begin to trust me, and as in the respect between both of us, not only as professionals but individuals,
right.
You become a trusted client, as I become a trusted vendor with you, and we eventually become friends. And with that, I become that go-to person for you. That when you come with my laptop crashed. What happened? Well, I was on Facebook ready to post something, and some ad popped up, and I accidentally clicked on it. A virus hit it, and now it won't boot. Well, let me take a look. Let me take a look at it. Let's see if there's anything that we can do. All right. Well, taking a look at it doesn't really cost anything because if I can't fix it, I'm not going to charge you.
Right.
Plain and simple. There's no reason. There's no reason that, like Best Buy, for example. No offense to them, they're a great company, but like Best Buy, it's $100 just to hand the computer over to them.
Right.
Whether they can do anything or not, flat $100. Then you have to pay for parts and their labor to do anything else.
Right.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I can get in and out in $100. So why spend the extra $100 or more on another company for an uncertainty when I can give you some type of certainty, whether it's certainly dead, or I can certainly save it.
Okay.
Within, and sometimes I can do it in 15 minutes. Sometimes it may take a day or whatever. But if I can save it, I'll contact you and let you know. If I cannot save it, I'll contact you and let you know. And then we can make an educated decision at that point. But until you get into it, you don't know. So I always take that, again, same service level on an IT standpoint. We look at stuff. We do, we have stuff like, again, computer repair or consulting with, and we really try to keep it more on the consulting side for the customer. Kind of let them know you do have an IT guy, if you will, group with you. And for the small businesses, they can't really afford it without actually paying for an IT group. Right. We're a consultant, so if I've got to do work for you, where if I've got to physically come out to your home or business, then I'll charge you my hourly rate.
Right.
If I do not have to, simple phone call to me is not going to hurt me whatsoever. If I've got to actually do an IT support call, there's a discounted charge, but yeah, I can do that too, or a remote session or something like that. So I provide as much IT professionalism to the customer as I can, not just websites, website building, graphics design, coding, things like that, but we do any WordPress to standard HTML, PHP. We go up to even SharePoint administration, server administration, PC repair, migration. I mean, just all kinds of different stuff. When in doubt, just ask, and I can tell you yes or no if I can do it. But 9 times out of 10, I can do it. So
Right. It sounds like you have a lot of experience.
Yeah, it's been a long life.
It's been a long life.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's excellent. Good deal. So, like a recap on building a website. The home page has to contain information about your services or products. Then you need a contact us page, and then we need I guess the contact us page will be like your locations and your phone number and email address,
That's right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
right. And you can do columns and headers and things like that, which will also have telephone numbers. The standard marketing rule is repeating 3 times, visually, verbally, all of that. So if you have a telephone number constantly on the website, let's say in the right or left column, at the bottom or at the top, always there, then no matter what page they're going to, they're always seeing it. So we try to use that repetitive type stuff. But yeah, you have the contact us page, about us, and about us is like, who are you? Where'd you come from? How did you come from nowhere to here?
Mm-hmm.
What is your mission and goals? All that kind of stuff's in the about us piece. And of course, the site can grow. I've got websites that are literally into the thousands of pages, just because the company has grown.
Right.
Dramatically. Churches, ministries, that we don't have a specialty in the sense of specific type of businesses. Some people do specific type of businesses, like, well, we only do church websites. That's fine. You're limiting yourself, but that's fine. And other companies are like that too. But we have a diverse background, so there's no reason why we wouldn't have a diverse customer base.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We publish in companies, eye doctors, hospitals, airlines. Just a diverse matter of, we've got a couple of express lubes. We've got, it's just a really big background as to who all we support just through doing websites. And we've got some companies that we don't do their website yet. We're in negotiation with it, but we're very heavily into their IT support.
Oh, okay.
We've got some colleges just here in town that my company solely does nothing but their IT support because of our expertise. They're like, we need you to do this, this, and that. Can you do that? Absolutely. It'll be our hourly rate. That's fine. And for some reason, they're more than willing to hire a contractor at 5 or 6 times the rate that they could, to hire someone in to come in and do the job. But the reason they're doing that is because they're getting someone that is worth way more than that is blowing through work like it's nothing, and they're getting stuff done because they found someone and they hired my company to come in and do that. And that, in rubbing elbows, if you will, rubbing elbows with customers out here and working the local social groups here, we learn from one customer to the next what their needs are. And sometimes it's websites, sometimes it's IT work and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And, we're fighting one battle at a time, and we're gaining ground, and we're building our business, as the months go by, just like any other business. So,
right.
We just to recap on the website, a homepage landing. You gotta have a landing page. That landing page has got to have some paraphernalia of what your services are. Maybe some images of a store that you have, or something like that. A lot of people. Some people will put a flash on there that has a rotating images. Like if they have a retail store that sells products. Let's say like a pawn shop. I've got a pawn shop as one of our customers.
Right.
He took a picture of some of his stuff. So those pictures will be scrolling through this image. Really cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, very 4 or 5 or whatever, just a hint of what it is, because he makes his money by coming inside the store. So you want a hint of it, and here's my location. So that's just kind of the homepage, and then a description of some of the stuff that they sell. Some people have a paragraph, some people have 3 or 4 sentences, but a lot of people are visual, a lot more visual than they were years and years ago. So if you cater to their visual cortex on the homepage, you tend to keep them a little bit longer. So if you do the homepage on a visual standpoint, and then do your About Us, as I discussed earlier, about who and where and why, and answer all the W's, and then get your Contact Us with your locations and your maps, telephone numbers, email addresses, and of course the correct form and the form field with data that you want to gather. And last but not least, you're selling something. You're there for a reason, so you need a services page or a product page.
Right.
Or what we offer, however you want to name it, and then what you listed. It could be a description of, maybe some photographs of some of the items that you do. In our case, we do graphics design and hosting, for example. A lot of times we'll put all that stuff, we've got that on one page for our hosting page, and a hosting page has each level. We've got basic, advanced, and expert, and each level would actually be a small description and title of that, and then it moves to the next section of that single page for that same thing, and so on and so forth. So it could be a shopping cart if you want to do a shopping cart, and we could do a shopping cart page on the products page, or however we want. I mean, it's totally tailored. It's totally up to you, but that's the 4 primaries.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, thanks a lot for being on the show. I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it.
That you give us.
No problem. I appreciate it.
And we'll put that, we'll put the link to your website on our Facebook page, and hopefully you'll get something from it.
Yes, his actual website is going on there, not his Facebook page, but he does have a Facebook page.
Okay, we're going to put your actual website on our Facebook page.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good deal. Thanks a lot for calling in. I appreciate it. You have a good day.
Thank you, Glenn.
All right, thank you. You guys have a good day.
All right, you too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Very informative.
Oh, yeah. Glenn knows exactly what he's talking about. That's why
I've really enjoyed it.
him.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the show today.
Yeah, he actually has on my website, because I don't have a telephone number on there. Technically, I do have a number for my business, but I just choose not to have it on there. I don't want phone calls, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning from people wanting to know if they can be published, more about what we do. It's just not fair to take away from my family with my business at those hours when they're technically not.
That's the purpose of having a site, is that people can come to it after hours to get information about your services.
Yeah,
that they don't really have to talk.
I don't want to be, contacted in the middle of the night via phone calls.
Well,
but he's actually got it set up on my website where I can do chat. If I happen to be online and somebody else happens to be online, they can actually see that we are online and they can go ahead and chat.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
It's more convenient for me that way.
It is. And I was going to ask him about the frequently asked questions page. I've seen a lot of websites on, and I think that's a really good idea. Because that way people wouldn't have to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning to ask you a question. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You can find a lot more help for your customers and your customer base. If there's already that frequently asked questions section.
Right.
I mean, a lot of big businesses have it. Virgin Mobile has it. A lot of other companies have it. Even Facebook has, frequently asked questions.
Absolutely. Well, you can visit us online at somethingbuilding.com. You can go to our website or go to Facebook, facebook.com/somethingbuilding.
And don't forget our webpage.
Somethingbuilding.com?
Somethingbuilding.com.
I just said that.
I didn't hear you say that.
You was over there daydreaming.
I wasn't daydreaming. My computer locked up.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to get back to the different sections I needed to be.
Good deal. Well, I hope this show was informative for you. If you have any questions about building websites, you can Facebook us. Send us a message on Facebook, and we'll try to get an answer. And
I'm Beth Elliott.
And I'm Jason Stewart. We'll see you next week. Something Building.